Hello and welcome one and all to another video here on That Game Review Show. I'm Terrell, and today we'll be talking about Dead by Daylight on the PC. Dead by Daylight is an online multiplayer game where the main goal of the game is for 4 survivors to activate 5 generators while another player-controlled killer tries to catch and kill them via hanging them on hooks. Oh, I would also like to point out one thing. I'm not reviewing a shooter. In fact, there's no shooting going on in this game. Suck it, James. Anyway, back on topic. Dead by Daylight has a layered progression system. There are 2 different levels of progression. There's the Survivor's rank, which, as you go on and do more games and survive, the number goes down, 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 and down, meaning you are surviving and better at hiding and being sneaky, whereas the Blood Web is strictly for leveling up characters and killers and using your blood points to obtain certain perks and attributes. As you level up, your characters become more and more powerful and strong, and you have more perks and more offerings, and you really get to know the maps in the game on a level that will separate you two. Offerings equipped upon the start of a game are burned and act like a boost for that game, and perks are perks that have some ups and downs, and some are just purely useful. Dead by has a quite in-depth lore, but knowing it is not required to have a great time with the game. I do recommend having a friend or a few friends to play this with, as it just makes the experience that much more enjoyable. However, this is not necessary. Graphically running on Unreal Engine 4, making it a good-looking yet easy-to-run game. I will say one of my major problems is the matchmaking. And for some, this is going to be kind of somewhere where you should probably pay attention. I don't know if it's when I play normally with 2 to 3 people, but I can get a crazy amount of time waiting to find a game. And sometimes we would just give up and play private match. However, solo queuing does seem to be an effective way of getting into a match much faster, but it can be not as fun. This game does come with some DLC, and I don't like talking about DLC, but it's pretty worth the money. It's not at all necessary to have to play, or it's not in your face. However, the DLC does have a problem in my personal opinion, as it kind of feels unbalanced. They have the rights to Michael Myers, and he is a very overpowered character, and his map is not my favorite. Having almost put in 50 hours on this game, which may not be a lot to some, I still find it very enjoyable and very rewarding to play and escape the killer, while maybe it's not as scary as it once was. Overall, this game is a great game to just sit down and play with your friends. I think it's totally worth the price of admission, and definitely, if you're a little bit weaker to being scared, will give you a little bit of a scare. Because it's your friends. Overall, I think this game will satisfy that multiplayer grinding urge.